Hey everybody, what's going on? Herblin here with another episode of Dwarf Fortress. Guess we're going to be working on our military today. Kind of seems we might be at that point. We have quite a few idling dwarves, and we've got a little bit of our base built up. We've got some, basics going on. So I thought, we've got the iron. We might as well start making some metals and trying to do that. I don't think we can actually eat these water buffaloes, unfortunately. We do have the butcher's workshop set up. We try to butcher a dead animal. There's nothing that can... There's no unrotten animals, and these aren't rotten yet. So maybe because they've starved to death, there's no meat left on them. I don't really know. So yeah, I guess we're kind of out of luck there. Let's just burn up a few... Let's burn up a few more pieces of charcoal. Well, we can. We are still working on our coke production there for charcoal. You know what? Actually, I'm going to start on a second furnace here, and we're going to do another smelter, and we'll just throw it right below this one. I mean, we're going to need a few of these things anyways. Let's make this one out of, what's the closest? Coke or mudstone blocks. There we go. And another smelter, we'll just throw it across here, and also mudstone blocks, and fuck it, let's just do 4. There, that'll be a nice little work area, a nice little production zone there. I forget what we were going to do with this area. I'll try to remember that. I have to try to think and figure that one out, because I have absolutely no idea right now what that was going to be. Mudstone wall, that's going to take a little while to dig out. No more dirt areas, huh? I'd like to make just another big dormitory, but I think we're going to have to actually mine out, metal walls unless we build it all up here. So let's just get that started, I suppose. Let's just start digging. Let's just start digging that out, I guess. Yeah, screw it, why not? We're gonna have to build, bedrooms maybe. I'm not sure if we should start with, a bigger dormitory. I suppose we should, considering not everybody has even a bed in a dormitory yet. Before we start getting carried away with individual bedrooms, I might as well make just a big common bedroom for everybody. Not going to make anybody happy with that idea, but let's just get that done. Also, I apologize if you can hear a hum in the background. CPU fan just going absolutely nuts. Not overheating it or anything. I just kind of have it currently on full blast all the time for my cooler. Just some stuff I'm kind of testing out, and I apologize for that. Shouldn't be going on too much further into the future. I'm not sure if it'll turn up too much in the recordings. I did try to test beforehand to see if it was audible, and it was kind of a hit or miss thing. Anyways, so yeah, we'll have this dormitory dug out, and okay, we do have a great hall started too. Alright, sometimes I kind of forget what we're doing, and it's good. We still have, yeah, we got lots of chairs there. Cool. So we'll place in our chairs, we'll get dwarves kind of eating out of here. We've got a nice little food supply stocked away up just north of us, just north of the hall there, so they should have no issues with finding food and bringing it down there with them. It shouldn't take them too long. It's not like they're going out of their way and carrying food across the map. Cool. I'll make this into a dining room. That's going to take up more than I wanted it to, but who cares? Just a big common dining room. And then we're having a... Wow, those dwarves are almost already done digging out that dormitory. Nice work. Alright, so these guys, that's going to be making charcoal, just ongoing forever. Let's have this one on magnetite. Put this one on magnetite as well. And another charcoal building station up here. From lignite, primarily from lignite this time. Perfect. So yeah, that way we should have a nice metal production coming out there. Do we have? Yeah, magnetite's all stocked up here, anyways. Great stuff. Yeah, hopefully we'll start seeing some metals coming in. We do have a lot of idlers still, but once we get our military draftees out there, that won't be an issue anymore. Idle dwarves beware, you will be drafted. Let's see. Go down another level here. Okay, so here's where our dormitory is going to be. You know, off of here, I'm going to just build a barracks too. Let's get that out of the way. We'll build it on the other side of the dormitory, because I mean they're kind of similar types of rooms, and just to keep everything balanced. Great. There. Perfect. Kind of looks like a little spaceship, minus that thing. Like a little spaceshipy design with the wings. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Alright, so they'll dig that out. We'll come back and check on that momentarily. And let's make sure that this is public. Actually, let's assign this also as a meeting hall, so they can eat and meet in there and hang out and do whatever they want to do. We're going to... Shit, we've got miasma. Forgot to make a dump. Now they're rotting. I didn't even think about it. Alright, dump zone. Let's just throw shit all the way down here. D, garbage dump. And we'll do a corpse pile as well. A refuse pile that will include corpses. There. Corpses and garbage. All in one nice tidy pile there. Excellent. Alright, how are these doing? Do we have anybody assigned to these? No, we don't. Well, they are built. I guess the smelters are built, so we can, you know, be happy for that at least. We do have 11 idlers, so we shouldn't have, you know, jobs that aren't really being done right now. We got guys just literally standing around doing absolutely nothing. I'm just gonna quickly assign a few there to furnace operating. Oh, damn, we've already got merchants. I guess we should build a trade depot. Get that sweet luxury trading going. Where to even build a trade depot? Just down here, I guess. Redstone. We'll see. That should get built. Great. Great. Yeah, perfect. These are all underway now. That's good to see. Alright, so we've got still a couple idling dwarves, but no big deal. Whoa, a bunch of stuff happened. Months ago, a group calling itself the Channel of Organizations founded testably after a long journey from the lands of the Rim of Families. The random name creation in this game is interesting. A bunch of other things happen too, things I don't really care about, nothing that will hopefully ever affect me or that I'll know about. Months ago, Sarvish Mindbraved became the mayor of the Channel of Organizations. Cool. Okay. Finished peeking in conversation. I don't know what to request from this guy. Yeah, I really don't know. Let's see. You know what? Actually, plant cloth is usually pretty good to have. Silk we may need. Weapons. Should be okay on weapons. I think we can make our own. Ammo, trap components, digging implements. Yeah, none of this stuff. None of this is needed. Drinks, though, yes, absolutely. Dwarven beer will be our highest priority. And there we go. Okay. So it doesn't look like they really want anything. Too bad either. They haven't set any priorities on anything. Okay. Oh no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. They do want lots of things. They want spears. Lots of spears, lots of warhammers, battle axes. They must be gearing up for a war. They want battle axes, warhammers, and spears. Battle axes not as much, warhammers the most, and spears. Spears cost like almost no metal to make. So maybe we'll just produce a shit ton of those if we can. Yeah, let's just produce tons and tons of spears. That will be a great way to, you know, get a weaponsmith trained up as well as get the items that we need. All right, so let's come down here. Let's build a. Let's just build our our Metalsmiths Forge. I'll place it. Yeah, we'll just place it up here. Using an iron anvil, it will be built out of schist. Great. Ooh, another thing that we're going to need is a bowyer's workshop. But I'm going to build that down here because we're running out of room up there. So let's see, bowyer's workshop. There we go. B. Perfect. Make it out of mudstone. Delicious mudstone. Yeah, then we'll be able to kind of get that, crossbow production coming out. We'll make a couple of, let's make a craft dwarf shop here so that we can get bolt production coming out as well. Also very useful. You don't want a bunch of crossbows without any bolts. So yeah, hopefully if we get that going, then we can at least begin some kind of hunting. I guess we're going to need some trees cut down though, won't we? Let's see what we got for plants. Any more plants we can gather out here? Very few. Though definitely some. There are a few plants worth gathering. That is good to see. Wow, we've got this guy. This guy's still producing drinks, so I mean, that's great. We are going to need to find a well at some, find water to build a well at some point. Extremely important to get a good water source in case we ever do become under siege, or we run out of alcohol, God forbid. Otherwise, right now our dwarves will just all die over time, and that will be the end of it. Are we out of coal already? Damn, we are out of coal. All right, make charcoal. Come on, charcoal. No, we can't be out of coal. No, we're not. Sorry, I just read that wrong. The one guy ran out of bituminous coal. So now we're just producing off of lignite right now. And I read that as we've ran out of coal. So, our metal production must be off the charts. But no such thing. Merchants are unloading their crap on us. And, yeah, we have nothing to really trade them right now. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be trading back with them at this stage. Just due to a lack of, any kind of goods whatsoever worth trading. Other than, we could try to pawn off our starting gear, maybe sell them a couple cats or something, but we're not going to get anything for that. And that's okay. Hopefully we'll be ready. But hopefully we'll be alive the next trade caravan that comes through. So I guess we'll find out. Need a metalsmith to come by and build that forge up. Perfect. Metalsmiths Forge is completed. So now we can start on our weapons and armors and all that great, amazing stuff. And we have a couple dwarves that actually started off with some decent fighting skills. So that's good to see. Very first thing that we're going to have done though is forge just a bunch of iron spears. Get a bunch of very basic weapons kind of coming out. Give our metalsmith, our weaponsmith, a little bit of chance to skill up a little bit, so that once he comes into starting to build some, the weapons that we want to use, he's got some skill, or maybe even luckily just happens to build something great. Damn, these fields aren't doing so great. Dimple cups. We're in autumn right now, I think. Pigtails. What else do we got? Plump helmets? Or are we in summer? I don't know. If it was summertime, we'd be planting bleh. Who knows? Quarry bushes. Let's try that. I think it's autumn, though. I mean, I could check going through a menu somewhere. But, I don't know where. I mean, I know where. I've known where. There. I think I've usually just gone through military training settings. Oh god, it's been a while since I've really played this, guys. Oh, we don't have a military. Let's just create a squad. No uniform, and then you can kind of see who our lineup might be. Oh shit, we don't have anybody assigned. Need a militia commander. There we go. That's gonna be our first thing. So we've got Ryukan. I've added back in original fortress guy. Because I realized that I had a dwarf that just had like a ridiculous like level 10 starting out with like 10 swords and like 10 armor, 10 dodging. We'll take a look at him in due process anyways. Damn, these guys are packing up and we didn't even get a chance to trade with them. That's too bad. I didn't actually expect to be able to trade with those guys, but it would have been nice to get some food, you know, supplied. Because yeah, we have no meat, we just have a bunch of plants and we're, you know, making that into alcohol. So I'm not sure what we're going to be eating throughout the winter, but I guess we'll find out. Make a couple wooden bolt sets. Somebody could make some bolt sets, and we need a couple of wooden crossbows thrown away here too. I'm not sure that we have anybody in bowyery crafting, so that's something we should be assigning, I suppose. Useful skill. Useful to have somebody making a bow. There we go. So we'll have somebody kind of pump out a couple crossbows and a couple bolts if you're wondering what that's for. I'm not going to be defending with those necessarily. We're just looking for a means to get some food. So we can go out and catch, you know, some of the animals that are going to be kind of just roaming around. Wow, you can really see me derping up with the menus here. So yeah, we've got a couple ravens and we've got outpost liaison. All those things are great to eat. And looks like we also have a couple of animals roaming around in the fortress too. For some reason, not sure why. There we go. So iron spears are being produced. We've got, how's our metal production going? Okay, we've run out of stuff to make coal with, so we'll just go pure into... So let's get these guys on pig iron. Pig iron bars. There we go. If we can make some pig iron bars, then we can also start on the nice steel production at some point. We will always need a good supply of pig iron, so we might as well start on it now and get that out of the way. All right. We have a big dormitory dugout, but we don't have any beds really. Oh shit! I didn't even think of that. Beds. Just keep building beds for now. I'll come back and check on you. Too caught up in that. And we need lots and lots of doors anyways. So we need lots of doors, we need lots of beds, and we'll just throw beds and doors all over the place and get everybody fast asleep and comfy in the privacy of their brand new dormitory. Yeah, eventually we're going to want to kind of dig out and build everybody their own private rooms, because having everybody sleep in an enormous cavern room like this in beds, not the greatest. There's no, there's no privacy there. It upsets them. It gives them bad thoughts and unhappiness, which we don't necessarily want. But I mean, right now everybody seems pretty thrilled to be here. There's got lots and lots of things we have to build. Like I said, this game is all about prioritizing. I found it's not about, whoa. Random Paler has created a masterpiece, Willow Bolts. Awesome. Yeah, it's like when you play Dwarf Fortress, there's all these things that you have to do. We know we have to build weapons, we have to build armor, we have to build a military, but it's about prioritization. We could build a military and then everybody starves to death and that military is useless. Or we could, try to sort out the food situation before making a military, and then somebody might come and kill us, and who cares that we don't have food anyways at that point because we're dead. So yeah, it's completely about prioritization in the end. Damn, I guess we brewed almost everything into drink. Brewed all our plants into drinks. Ooh, lots of beer. Oh, we got rock nuts. Why wasn't rock nuts made into beer? Maybe we ran out of pots or space to store things. I don't really know. Good though. We seem to still have a couple plants to eat. A couple things in the works of growing up here too, which is good to see. Got a couple things planted in our farm. Not a lot. You can see that slightly pukey green color on the weird awful brown color. That's just a planted a planted tile. Alright, so we ran out of fluxstone already. So our pig iron production has ceased. Let's just go back to magnetite. Let's just melt up as much magnetite as we can for now. Oh wait, we have platinum too. Make more platinum. And weapons. Make more spears. Just keep going with those. How did those turn out? Yeah, mostly kind of junky. Mostly pretty junky. Nothing we really necessarily want to use quite yet. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be a while until we get... Oh, shit. It's going to be a while until we get dwarves that have the skills that we want them to have, and we start getting those great weapons built up. It's going to be a while till we find out what to do with all these migrants, too. They can be a big pain in the ass. They get out of control sometimes. See, yeah, look at all those idlers now. Doesn't look like it was necessarily like a, yeah, we're at population 23, so it wasn't necessarily like it wasn't a giant migrant wave, but those will happen once we start to get, you know, treasures. Wow. A lot of dwarves hanging out in this crummy old room. I guess we could assign some of these guys to smooth stone. Like, we could give them menial labor tasks, and I'm sure that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We do need, I guess, more carpenters and people making blocks and doors and stuff too, though. So I guess, actually, yeah, you know what? Blocks would be, like, getting stonemasons and making blocks would be great. We can always use more and more of those things. I think it would be pretty cool if we came down into the mines, though, maybe. Let's see. Ooh, shit. No, if we came into the mines and built masons' workshops down there, as long as the mines had access back up to the fortress quickly, so those dwarves working in the mines could get back up for food and drink and sleep and whatever else they needed. Maybe we could just build our masonry workshop down in, you know, a level of the mine, so they can come down and they'd be really close access to all the rocks that they needed, so they could be cutting blocks all day. Because once they've cut the block, it's a lot easier for them to pick that block up and carry it somewhere, rather than a clumsy, you know, just a giant rock. And it does essentially the same thing when it comes to building. So it's a great way to, I guess blocks are kind of like a great way to move rock around the map. But if you're carrying heavy rock up from the mines up to the surface to cut into blocks, it just takes so long for them. So maybe just have it done at the source, if that makes any sense. There we go. So we've got a dormitory made up here. Let's just assign that. There. And that will be a dormitory. Up here, this is going to be our barracks up here. We're going to need a couple weapon racks and armor stands and all that stuff. And then we'll be able to set up a barracks, which will be great. I'm going to have this guy do a couple... Actually, how are these turning out? Very shittily. Alright. You know what? This guy can just keep doing iron spears for now. I don't even care. We'll just make like a ridiculous amount of those and we'll just sell them all off. And then he'll get a bunch of level ups and weaponsmithing. Hopefully we get a decent weaponsmith out of it. Man, we need to find things for these guys to do. Carpenter's workshop, we need armor stands and weapon racks and beds. Lots and lots and lots of beds. I'm wondering, like, we've got the snow melted. I'm wondering if we're going to actually have, you know, thaw here. Got willow fruit all over the place. I don't know what the hell willow fruits are. Yeah, maybe we will get a thaw in the summer. Maybe we will have like a brief period of running water. There's that. Make sure we don't have any animals just kind of wandering around the fortress. Never want that. They end up dying and causing big miasma clouds. So it's nice when you get a chance just to come out and make sure all the animals are dumped in the pen. Shit. I think I've completely done that wrong. Oh my god, I did. That's why the animals are walking around. the place I've assigned the pen is actually floating above the ground. So I've asked the dwarves to just store all their animals a few meters off the ground, which they're unable to do because they're not magic. So, fuck. That's why we have all those. That's why I keep seeing like llamas and cats and dogs and all that wandering around in the fortress. And I keep wondering, like, why the hell are those in there? Well, now I know. See, this guy's got like a pig here. Yeah. Makes sense now. Ugh. Alright. We need weapon racks, armor stands, and then we're good to go with the barracks. Then we just need a couple military dwarves, and I think we've made some good progress there. I think I'm gonna call it here for this video, guys. I think going forward, like next episode, we're gonna probably kind of jump into the the barracks building, like the military building, and trying to get some guys trained up. One thing we really need is decent weapons. I guess we could just give them crummy iron weapons to start with. They're just training with them anyways, and we'll upgrade them from there. The only problem I ever have with that is that I often forget about it and I just leave them with the crummy iron weapons, and then they grow attached to them, and then I don't take them away once they're attached to a weapon. I'm not sure why. I'm sure it doesn't do anything horrible, but for some reason I just don't want to. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you think. Any suggestions, definitely would be down to hear that.